Hi Gemini, welcome to March 2018. In March, your imagination, your creativity opens doors to the higher realms of consciousness, the higher realms of living, and opens doors in your career. We're at the time of the year where the focus is in Pisces, and the full moon in Virgo on the 1st has the sun in Pisces opposing the moon, and the sun is coupled with Neptune. And Neptune is all about your creativity, your spirituality, your imagination, and using it to move up in what you're doing. With the moon in Virgo, it's a good time to organize your house, to get organized, to declutter, to throw out what you're not using, to clean and build that strong foundation within yourself so that you can spend your time in your creativity and doing things that expand your creative self-expression. Very strong focus here. And Venus is trining Jupiter at the time of the Virgo new moon. And this is also very positive for your work and getting recognition for what you do at your work, being in the spotlight for what you do, having the higher-ups notice you and your work this month. Very exciting. So you're going to be feeling intuitive and creative and spiritual. And it's like the world is watching you. Be this amazing creative genius working in your craft, your skill, whatever it is that you do. Super exciting. Then your ruling planet Mercury and Venus march right into Aries on the 6th of March. And that is focusing you in your goals, where you network, the money you make from the business you own or the money you make from the company you work for. So you're very much focused on work this month and being creative in what you do, reaching out to the world. So get out there and strut your stuff. Show what you can do. And if you're going to launch something, whether it's a new website, a new project, a new course, a new book, a new album, and so on, do it before the 22nd, because that's when Mercury, your ruling planet, will go retrograde. Mercury is going to retrograde March 22nd through April 15th. And Jupiter retrogrades March 8th through July 10th. And so that could also have you reflecting and, going within in regards to your work habits, your health habits, your lifestyle. And so now we're working within the retrograde energy in 2018. And we have daylight savings times beginning on March 11th. Yay! And the sun will trine Jupiter on March 13th, and that's good news. Now there is something for you to watch out on March 13th. Mercury will square off with Saturn, and that can create delays and frustration. So be aware if there's something you're trying to get done and you're trying to launch on the 13th. Maybe Saturn is showing you something you don't know, something you missed, and so there may be a delay or, that feeling of frustration because you want to get it done and yet you don't have everything. So be aware that there could be a little bit of a frustration around the 13th of March in regards to a goal you're trying to achieve or a project you're trying to launch, something you're trying to get done and accomplish. There could be, some frustration here, and you want to plan for that. Now, we have the Pisces new moon on the 17th, and that is in this area of what you do in the world, your destiny in the world, your profession in the world, your reputation in the world, you in the world, and the world looking at you in regards to what you do. And so Chiron is with the sun and the moon at the time of the Pisces new moon. Now Jupiter is trining it, which is very positive and supportive. Chiron is the wounded healer, and he acts like a planet in our astrology, and he flushes out our insecurities, our fears, our phobias, the things that are perceived failings. And so if you're feeling insecure around this new moon, it is Chiron. The intention is for you to pull up your courage and move past insecurity, move past any perceived weaknesses in your identity or in your sense of purpose. It's about being creative and expressing your creativity. And it's about moving past any painful emotions by pulling up your courage and standing up for yourself and allowing your character and your work to speak for itself. So it's not about people pleasing or getting other people to agree with us. It is about understanding that when you're moving to the next level or when you're doing something really big, I call it my big, hairy, audacious goal. We have insecurities. We're scared. We get insecure. And that's okay. It's all part of it. That is fine. Visualize yourself achieving what you want. Visualize yourself getting the gold, like when you're going for the Olympics, that you're getting the gold. And visualize yourself achieving what it is you want. And that way you're lining up with what you want. And so when those little insecurities come up, I call them the little gremlins, you know, they get on your shoulder there and they whisper in your ear, oh, you know, you can just be gone, you know, and keep moving forward. And that's what it's about. It is about standing for yourself, having that courage, and self-respect is a big one with Chiron, is really owning that self-respect. And so it's going to be a test for all of us, and for you, it's right there in your destiny in the world, your profession in the world, what you do in the world, your reputation. And so all eyes are on you, and you want to believe in what you're doing, believe in your dreams coming true, and you will. You'll make it happen. Absolutely. And Mars enters Capricorn right after that Pisces new moon, and he loves being in Capricorn. He's exalted in Capricorn, and that is about intimacy and who you trust. And so you're really looking at this month too, because Venus is going to square Pluto, and you know, for some on the 23rd, and Mercury's going retrograde on the 22nd. And so some of you may be dealing with jealousy or resentment from someone because you are so successful and you have exciting plans going on and you're very popular this month. You've got a lot of friends wanting to connect with you and you are having fun. But there could be that one person who's jealous of your success or feeling resentful about your success. Ditch them. You know, get a clean break from anyone that is not on your team. You know, if the universe is showing this to you and revealing this to you, it's because they want you to set a boundary and, you know, stay focused on your success and not allow anyone to get in there and mess with you. And so if any of you are dealing with, say, jealousy from someone else or someone being resentful for your success, you want to make a clean break at the 22nd, the 23rd, and on, so that you're staying focused on your dreams coming true and all the success that you're having and will be having. And that's what it's about for you. And then we have Happy Spring Equinox, woo! March 20th. This is exciting. And that's the day the sun enters Aries. It's also International Astrology Day. because in Western astrology, our system is based on the day the sun enters Aries. And so we celebrate it throughout the world on March 20th. And this is a very exciting time. So now the energy is shifting from the water. Actually, it's kind of watery and fiery because Venus and Mercury entered Aries on March 6th. And so there's already Venus and Mercury and Uranus in Aries. Yet there is a lot of water here going on too at the beginning of the month, especially at the Virgo full moon. And then you have Neptune, Sun, Moon, and Chiron together at the Pisces new moon on the 17th. So there's a mixture of water and fire. But it's very, for you, Gemini, it is in that area of what you do in the world. So it's all about you going after your goals, going after your dreams, what you're hoping and wishing for, and making those dreams come true. Absolutely. Now, when Mercury goes retrograde on the 22nd, you know, it is in Aries, so it's going to be in this area of goals. So you may be waiting on something, and it's good to wait. You know, if something's not ready and something's not exactly the way you want it, it's better to wait and launch after the 15th in April than to push it out under Mercury retrograde, because, you know, you are ruled by Mercury. So you feel these retrogrades very intensely in your life. And so you want to work with the rhythms of your life. You want to work with the cycles of your life and not push against them. And so if something's ready to go, get it out there before the 22nd. But if it's not, then wait until after the 15th of April and then revisit it and get ready to launch. And you'll probably have more insight and understanding and knowledge and experience and feel that value of, gee, I'm glad I waited, then hurry up and get it all done before it's ready or before something's ready. Now, Venus enters Taurus on the 31st, and that brings the attention behind the scenes for you and working on it behind the scenes. And then you have the Libra full moon on the 31st as well. So that's going to be a blue moon. And so very busy month in here. A lot happening, a lot going on, and it's exciting. Now, Libra is your sister sign, and Libra brings the action to true love, romance, creative self-expression. And this is about lovers and playmates and doing what makes you happy, Gemini, having fun and doing what makes you happy. And Saturn is T-squaring this Libra new moon, right? Of course, I mean full moon. We always have to work with Saturn. And so that is definitely about, you know, testing relationships. And if you're moving into a new area, you want to make sure you've done your homework. You want to make sure that you've planned things out really well, because Mars in Capricorn is going to hook up with Saturn, and they're, you know, both T-square in this full moon. And so the end of March and going into April is definitely going to be fireworks going on with people. It's a very warlike energy, this Mars, Saturn in Capricorn, challenging the moon in Libra, relationships, and the sun in Aries, you, the individual, what you're trying to accomplish, yet you're trying to work with others and harmonize. And so we're all being tested here. It's like we're getting this big test, you know, and maybe is it time to upgrade? Do you need to upgrade your friends? Do you need to upgrade where you network? Do you need to upgrade your coach? You know, what needs upgrading? Because Saturn is really hitting it by the end of the month and into April. You know, again, there might be someone there that is like you can't trust, or maybe a betrayal theme going on, or, you know, just some jealousy. And Saturn saying, boundary, upgrade, Gemini, take care of you, move on, and, you know, stay focused on your success, because you have so many good things happening here for you this month. And, you know, for some of you, you might be thinking about moving in a new life path direction. Maybe, you know, you're being called to a new destiny, one that is incredibly spiritual, that has to do with, you know, humanity in some way, or nature, or the animals, or helping people, but you're using your skills to help others, and it's really exciting. And you want to be focused there and not distracted by other people and what's going on with them, and, you know, staying in your own lane so that you're achieving what you want and moving ahead with your plans. So for those of you available for love and open for love, it's on. You know, you have the energy all month in the area of friends and lovers and playmates. That comes in with the Libra moon at the end, but the Aries energy really stimulates your friends and where you network. And so you could be meeting someone, or, you know, teaming up with someone that is very attracted to you and interested in you, and you're having fun. And maybe they turn into a lover, you know, that kind of, hey, we started out as friends, we really connect, we have this connection. And the next thing you know, it's like, whoa, you know, I'm really attracted to you, and you're attracted to me. Let's make this happen. Why not? And with Mercury retrograde, it could be someone that you already know that comes back. You know, because retrogrades bring people back from our past. And why not? If you're still interested and, you know, the energy is there. I mean, if it's someone that you've been coupled with, you know, then try to remember why you broke up in the first place. It may not be the best idea to get back together with them, you know. But if it's just someone you liked from the past, and then all of a sudden, you know, they're here, they've reemerged. Why not go forward with it and have fun and check it out? Play, have fun. That's what makes life rich and fulfilling. For those of you coupled, you know, there is going to be some challenges in here. We've got this Saturn thing going on at the Libra full moon. And, you know, Venus being squared off with Pluto on the 23rd, and Mercury being squared off with Saturn on the 13th. So there are some bumps here, you know, and you just want to make sure that you're listening to each other, you're hearing each other, because you know when Mercury goes retrograde, whew, communication, conversations can get all mixed up. And what we mean and what we intend can be misinterpreted. So you want to make sure that you and your partner are on the same page, and this is for business partners as well as romantic partners, making sure that we understand each other, we're on the same page, we're moving in the same direction together, and we're, you know, moving through any kind of glitch that comes up or misunderstanding, because Mercury retrograde is just ripe with misunderstandings. And so you want to make sure that you are really paying attention to that. Now, with as far as your money goes, with Mercury going retrograde there in that area of the money you make from the business you own or the money you make from the company you work for, the 22nd on, you know, if you're waiting for a raise or you're waiting for a bonus or something like that, you know, be patient, because once Mercury goes direct on the 15th, you know, that cash will be flying in, you know. And so just be aware of that. If there's some delays as far as bonuses or money that you're making from a business that you're doing, it will improve with Mercury going direct, you know, the 15th on. You know, up until the 22nd, you're fine. You're doing great. And, you know, things are flowing. And so if you notice that things start to financially slow down there, that's Mercury, but it'll pick right up again the 15th on, and then you'll be full steam ahead April into May. Okay, career is on fire. Even though it's like the water element that's activating it, it is on fire this month. And so you're really opening doors here, and it's through your creativity that you're doing it. It's through your imagination where the higher ups are really noticing you and how dynamic you are and how creative you are. Or if you own your own business, the people that you work with, your clients, your customers, your patients, and so on. They're really noticing your gifts and your talents this month. And it's so cool because this energy is really giving you a cosmic perspective. And use that. See the bigger picture. See the cosmic perspective of how you fit into the realm of things and how you are part of the grand picture of moving us all into this beautiful new age, this age of enrichment, this age of Aquarius. The health is good. Jupiter is camped out there working to improve your health. And so if you're doing things to make your health great, you're going to feel great. And when you feel great, you can do more, be more, have more. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, sharing, and Google Plussing my videos. Gemini, you're rocking awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And if you would like for me to take a detailed look at your astrology, or you're interested in coaching, those links are below in the Show More section. They're also up in the cards. And I'm doing a live event on YouTube, February 21st. I have a big announcement to make, and I would love to see you there, Gemini. So until next time, do what makes you happy.